SCATEC is a renewable energy company that's listed in Norway, in Oslo. But in Africa, we're one of the largest independent power producers. We've been in South Africa since 2010, and we employ more than 300 people. We've got 448 megawatts that's operational, that spans round 1, 2, and 4 of the REAP program. And currently we've got around 5 projects that should reach financial close by the first half of this year. And currently we're busy with one of the most exciting projects in the region and in Africa. It's one of the largest solar and battery projects in the world. 540 megawatts of PV that's currently under construction that we're building in Kennard in the Northern Cape. So by the end of the year, we'll have well over a gigawatt's worth of projects that's operational or in construction. What we need is a multi-pronged approach, and we need solutions both big and small. So businesses need to do what they can, have embedded generation, use energy efficiency on their side of the fence as well. Where a company like ourselves comes in is through wheeling, large-scale battery energy storage, and further participation in the government tender processes. It's not either or. At this point in time, we need all hands on deck, and government and the private sector to work hand in glove to solve the crisis. And then of course, Eskom needs to get its energy availability factor up. Whilst the coal-fired power stations are up and running, we really don't need intermittent coal. We need coal to deliver. There's a number of things that the private sector can do to alleviate load shedding pressures. I mean, first of them actually just being energy efficient. Looking at your operations, how can you reduce the consumption of electricity and save yourself money? The second one is looking at embedded generation. What do you have at your site? Roofs, area, and places to install, say for example, solar on your premises. But then to meaningfully move the needle, you do need to look at wheeling solutions where you're buying electricity off-site, and for continuity of supply, some on-site large-scale battery energy storage is a unique combination with wheeling to address both the cost of electricity whilst also having a positive influence on the operations of your business. The relaxation by government of the 100 megawatt cap in Schedule 2 of the Electricity Regulations Act is the single biggest thing that's happened in energy, at least in the last 2 decades. What that effectively means is that the private sector can on an unconstrained basis now produce, buy, sell electricity to address its own needs. So for customers, it means that they can now take control of spend. Now you know what the future is going to hold for you when you buy from a private sector actor. And you don't need to guess what multi-year price determination NERSA is going to approve every 3 years. So it brings predictability and cost efficiency into your operational expenses basket. Some of the immediate actions that the public and private sector to do is just to come together to jointly solve the problem. The distrust between public and private sector to a large extent has kept us in this load shedding situation where we find ourselves, where you need both an enabling policy environment as well as practical solutions to the problem that needs to come together, and that's been sorely lacking up to this point in time. It speaks to relaxation of some of the licensing requirements. It speaks to the speed of implementation of issuing licenses, and it speaks to the amount of investment that's necessary to unlock both more generation, but more importantly, additional grid infrastructure. In my view, the future is dispatchable renewables. What SCATEC has done is we've shown that in South Africa firsthand that on a technology agnostic basis, meaning that we competed with all other technology sources, we were able to be competitive on our Kennard projects consisting of solar and batteries, meaning that we can supply power on demand when the grid operator asks for it. And I believe it's the first of many such projects that will be built in South Africa, in the region, and in fact the world, and address this issue and the fallacy of intermittent renewables. More grid services are also going to be necessary, including standalone battery energy storage and the inclusion of technology like hydropower, which is abundantly available in the region. So as a technology provider looking at solar, wind, battery energy storage and hydropower in Africa, we believe that we are uniquely placed to combine different renewable energy technologies to address the energy needs not just of the current economy, but of the future of our planet and in Africa in particular.